Thanks for staying with us. As COVID-19 cases surged in our country in March of 2020, stay-at-home orders were put in place, and those orders impacted nearly every citizen in a variety of different ways. For victims of child abuse and domestic violence, the stay-at-home orders meant they were trapped at home with their abusers, leading to an increase in abuse. Our next guest is here to talk about the issue. Christy Beck is a licensed therapist and the faculty supervisor of the HER Clinic at the Penn State University. Christy, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
This is pretty heartbreaking, these statistics about abuse. So let's talk about the issue of abuse first.
Yeah, and so unfortunately, domestic violence and child abuse is a worldwide issue. It's obviously not getting better, and as you were mentioning, with the pandemic, it's actually getting worse. And it has a lot of repercussions. 1 in 6 homicide victims die by their intimate partner. And it has a lot of other repercussions that people that are experiencing chronic abuse have a whole slew of mental health issues, depression, PTSD. For children that are affected by abuse, they tend to have academic concerns. Children and adults can fall into substance abuse as a coping mechanism to deal with the abuse. So there's lots of ramifications for abuse in the family.
And along comes COVID-19 and everything is exacerbated.
Exactly. And so people are, as you mentioned, people are stuck at home. They're stuck with their abusers in the home. For children where school might have been a reprieve, at least for a few hours a day, now they're not. Now they're at home. And the same thing for adults of violence, where maybe work, was a way that they could get away for a little bit during the day. Now they're stuck at home. And so, as we were talking about, now the rates are increasing more than ever.
Can this violence be prevented?
Yes, thankfully it can. And so, things that we've been talking about in terms of reaching out to supports, I've been talking about telemental health. That's been really, really important. So reaching out, getting the help that you need. For parents, it's really important for them to work on that self-care so you don't get to the point where you're harming your child. If you're a child and you are in an abusive situation, reach out to a trusted adult who can then, contact the proper people to get help in the family.
What about the person who's perpetrating the violence?
Right, and so for perpetrators of violence, most perpetrators don't want to be hurting people. And so if you are in that situation, then reach out and get some help. There's lots of people that specialize in perpetrator violence, child abuse, that can help out with these kinds of things. And so, just get the resources that you can need.
What else can we do to help?
And if you're, just in terms of us as a community, if you see something, definitely report it. If you see a child being abused, of a child being abused, contact children and youth. So I think there's a misperception that children and youth services, you call them and they run in and they snatch children from homes, and that's not true. Obviously in extreme cases, but
sure.
For generally speaking though, what they want to do is they want to reach out to the families, they want to connect families with the resources, and they really just want the families to stay together if possible. They just want the abuse to stop.
Now we only have a little time left, but are there some resources available for people?
Yes, there's the National Domestic Violence Hotline, and then there's the National Child Abuse Hotline.
And you have those, we'll put those numbers on the website. So, Christy, thank you so much. It's an important conversation, and we hope that the people out there who are experiencing this get the help they need.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.
We'll have a list of all of those resources posted to our website. That'll do it for today. Next week on Your Health Matters, Pennsylvania tops the nation in Lyme disease cases. We'll have some early warning signs of the disease. Plus, we'll be debunking myths about marijuana. And remember, Around the Alleghenies, the series continues tomorrow with Money Talks, hosted by Christine Strugala. Have a great week.